Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's announce that we are live. Let's announce that we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Where's everyone? Share the link, guys. Share the link. Only 2 people present. Hello. If you can see me, if you can see me, please put some fives in the chat box if you can see me. I'm sharing my screen right now. Hi, Mohammed Ali. Good morning. Sophia, good morning. Good to have you guys here. What took you guys so long to come on, though? Okuchi, hi. Good. I'm happy everybody can see my screen. Great, great, great. So we know God is performing magic this morning, and I want to talk about it. She created a relatively double top here, but I'm waiting for others to come in. We're just 5. I'm waiting for others to come in. We're just 5. All right. Please share the link. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So, gold right now is very sentimental. Gold is aside structure. Yeah, we can see structures here and there, but gold is a little bit more sensitive. Yesterday, we saw that Gaza and Israel they started again, and we know that gold is still very bullish. Okay, gold is still very bullish. All right, so let's just look at it from the daily. All right, most of us are already in a buy, some of us are already out of that buy. So it's a scary piece of work because we can see on the daily it tapped into that gap before it started pushing up. Okay, it tapped into that gap before it started pushing up. All right, let's look at it 8 hour to give us more structure to look at. Okay, now this is the relatively double top I was talking about, creating liquidity at the top. All right, most retail traders trade this a lot. They call it double top right there. Gold is tanking hard. Currently in that trade, but we'll look at it. All right. Good. So gold came up to the top and gave us a double top. And we know that when she creates this, a lot of people are going to be wanting to sell. So yeah, the sell is happening. But because we are taking off from the gap, we know that gold is still bullish. All right. And with the war still happening, gold is still very bullish. All right. Please smash the like button and give me some engagement. Everywhere is so quiet. Give me some engagement. So right now we know from this gap, that's why I drew this trend, okay, this trend line, so we could actually see what's happening from that gap we saw on the daily time frame. All right, from the gap we saw on the daily time frame. So looking at it, you can see it's been steady rising before it got to this zone here. All right, but we know we are going to stick to the buys because it is bullish. Now let's look at the 4 hour. Okay. Thanks for the likes. Hi. So we are sticking to the move to the upside. We are not seeing much here, but I can show you that we have a break of structure here. Sorry, I'm going to change this. I don't really like this. It interferes with my problem, with my work a lot. Okay, so we have, what do we have here? We have a break of structure here. Let's see it on the 2 hour. Let me see if there is more. Okay, a break of structure there, went up, came back into this zone. Okay, so after that break of structure, if you look closely, there's a fair value gap right here. Okay, which it violated. And what did I tell you guys about the week? There is always money in the week. Yeah, there's money in the week. Okay, but let's see it on a smaller time frame, just to be sure we know what we are doing. Now, on the smaller time frame, we are not just seeing gaps. This is the 1 hour time frame. We are seeing a gap and we are seeing an order block right here. And that's why the market reacted nicely from this order block. Okay. I hope everybody's understanding what I'm saying. We're only 4 now. And it's getting me worried because I don't know if everybody got the memo. These people react a lot. Is this real? All right. So we are going up. Now, how did we enter this trade? Let's look at the 15 minutes or 30 minutes and make sense of what is happening here. Yeah, I want to be in this trade. On the 15 minutes, we see, although I would have loved that this thing come, but look, as in, this is a beautiful setup right here. For those that know my setup, this is a beautiful setup right here. So I would have really loved it to sweep, which it did. Yeah, it swept liquidity. It swept this liquidity here. All right, swept that liquidity right there. Okay, that's what happened. Swept that liquidity right here. Tapped into this place right here. And I'm expecting to see a push up to the next high, possibly the next high. That's what I want to see. A push up to the next high here, or you can take some money off the table around this place with gaps here and there. So there's a nice spot here where you can. So if you're not in this trade, let's see how you can get in on a smaller time frame. Really, let's see how you can get in on a smaller time frame. Let's look at the 5 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm very, very confident with the buy. For now, gold is performing magic, scaring people. Look at that push to the downside. Thanks to this other block we see here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to use my fib. All right. Good. And if you've been following me for a while, I have two zones that are very good for a buy. Two discount zones here and here. Very good for a buy. All right. So right now she's on this zone. Let's see how much this sell will push it down. Oh, wow. Yeah, so here is a good buy zone and here is a good buy zone. Let's see how strong this sell really is. I like us to see hmm, that sell was beautiful sell. Okay. So we're looking at this structure here. Let's see if this will hold. If this doesn't hold, let's see if that other zone will hold. Okay. So the first zone on the fib was this area. Looks like it's holding good, but we are not sure yet. Let me delete this one so we can see. Okay. So I'm taking a buy in between 4261 and this area 4252. So it's up to you. If you want to wait for it to come down here before you go in for the buy, that would be nice. But this sell pressure, this sell pressure is crazy. Let's see. Another thing I would like us to look at is BTC before we can look at your assets. Those are the pairs I'm concentrating on for the rest of the year. Gold and BTC. So let's see. This is the 3 minutes. Let's see how it looks on the 1 minute. Nothing to see here. 3 minutes looks clearer. So it's currently on the first zone for the buy. Like I said, she could come here, but she's still on the first zone. So let's watch to see what's going on. Welcome, guys. Please don't forget to tap on the like button and share the link for anybody that would love to trade live and learn from what we are doing. Good morning, Chineye. Welcome. We're just watching gold. First buy entry and second buy entry. So 42.60. First buy entry. Second buy entry will be 42.51. Sorry, guys. I just got back from the gym, so I'm a bit tired. Gold is playing with us here. Was there some kind of news? Let's see how the news is looking. Trading factory. Okay. Nice. This zone looks like it's holding up. So we're having news by 1:30. Canadian news is all red. And that will be all the news for today from this platform that I'm looking at. But with gold, any small thing, if Trump tweets, gold will react. So if you're in this buy, congratulations right now. Good morning. Yes, we are pushing up strong. Okay, somebody say SL and TP. All right, let's see. Let me see. Remember, there's a second entry here. So if you witness the drawdown, don't panic. All right, let me see. Where's my long? So okay. Yeah, this looks better. I won't lie to you guys. Well, let's see though. It could still hold. First entry is holding solid. Let's see if it will come down more. I want to see it come at least into this zone here where we have. Let's know if gold is about to change structure on everybody. So SL, let me just put it down here. So buys. Okay. This is a very, very, very troubling. The way it's moving, The way it's moving. Oh my God. Buys on gold. So the first zone was 42.60. So 42.6 between 42.60 and what's this one? 42.52. 42.52. All right. Okay. We're moving. So the first entry seems to be holding strong. All right. The first entry seems to be holding strong. Let's see if it can push it up all the way, or it could decide to come back here before going up. But let's watch. Let's watch for the reaction. Welcome, guys. Keep smashing that like button, sharing the link. Keep smashing the like button and keep sharing the link. We're going to learn a lot from just watching what gold is doing today. Okay. I've been expecting to buy BTC, but BTC, I don't know what she's doing. She's playing with us here. Okay, that zone seems to be holding. That's a lot of pips from this entry right here. About 98 pips from 42.60. It's at 42.69. So let's see. Let's pray it holds up. Don't panic. Like I said, don't panic. If it comes down here, don't panic. Hold, stand strong. If you're already in here, just know that it's just coming to sweep that liquidity and come into that zone. Okay. So don't panic. No panic, guys. No panicking. Okay. We are fixed on gold today. I wanted us to look at BTC, but I really want to see it enter that zone or come down to this zone to do what she's meant to do. Okay, that's really what I want to see. So it's either she takes off from here or uses this as liquidity. This is the 3 minutes time frame, by the way. Okay. All right. So while we're at it, so someone asked for SL. Hold up. SL is below this zone. Long position. Okay. This zone right here. Forty-two, 44. 42, 44 is our SL. SL is 42, 44. All right. It's playing around. It's playing around, but that's gold for you. Let's see BTC while we watch this happening. So TP, of course, TP. We're looking at TP at. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah. So on the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking at TP to come up at least to this zone. Hold up. Okay. Around this zone, there are a lot of TPs. Oh, there's 42.94. 42.94. Let's look at the 3 minutes we are looking at. So there is this one here. There is 42.70, 42.98. You can take it anywhere you see liquidity. You can decide to take it here. So there's liquidity here. Okay. All right. There's liquidity there all the way to the top here. So you have 42.82. You can take it at 42.82. You can take TP. So if you entered with this first entry, 42.82 is fine. First TP. If it keeps going up, we are going to be targeting other equal highs like this ones. All right. Let's look at it on the 15 minutes. Okay. So you see there's a zone here. This thing might just actually give us another all-time high because this is double. These are equal highs, which also serve as liquidity. So the market could decide to go all the way up. But we are being cautious, okay? We're being cautious because if you look at smaller time frames, this looks more like a change of character on small time frames. So we are being, but I would prefer to be bullish all the way to the top because of this equal, relatively equal lows here, okay? All these relatively equal lows here at the top. So yeah, market could be coming for that top. So if you can hold your trade, that would be nice all the way to the top. That's a long one. That's a long one. All the way to the top. That's a very, very long one. It's a very long one. And blessed are those that can hold their trades. Where is everyone? If you understood this, please put some fires in the chat box of 555. Let me know what's going on. If you're in this trade right now, congratulations, we're up over 100 pips. If you're in the first entry, congratulations, we're up at least 100 pips. Let's see it on 5 minutes. Yeah. From 4260 to 4272. That's like 102 pips. And we're still on fire. Yeah, my people. Hi, Big Marcel. Gbemi Gamorax, Okuchi, yeah, my people, they are here, they are here, they are here, they are here. Beautiful. Thanks for the support. Now, all I'm doing is praying that God does not fall my hand in public. That God doesn't fall my hand in public. Oh, hey, let's go. Come on, girl. If you're in profit, Put some fires. Where are the fires? There's no fire here in this YouTube channel. My very good friend, 1%, he's not here. We're in profit, guys. We're in profit. We are in profit. Did you take the buy? Thank you, guys. We're in profits. I'm telling you, gold is the most sensational thing to trade. Like towards the end of this year, like I'm not even interested in trading under any other thing. I just want gold because, I mean, she's been consistent. She's been consistent, but only for those that are strong. Yes, we are pushing up from 4260 to 4274. Okay. We're still pushing strong. How many of you are in this trade? How many of you are in this trade? Or did you chicken out on me? How many of you are in this trade? Nobody? Hello? Where are all my people? We are up in profit. Are you telling me nobody took this trade? Even while we are talking, all the long story. Where is everybody? Morax, Marcel, Okuchi. That's my babe. Okuchi is in. Where? Chile, you guys are not in on this trade. Okay, so while we're watching, like I said, don't panic if it comes back in here to tap, because that would be like a nice sweep of liquidity. All right, so let's look at it. Let's look at BTC, then we can get others. See what BTC is doing. Yo, BTC doesn't want to go up yet. She's playing with everybody's mind. It has not hit a sell and it has refused to go up. Okay, I'm not understanding. I'm really not understanding. I don't really trust trend lines because trend lines move a lot. They move. You see that? Trend lines move a lot. That was a nice sweep of liquidity here. It should be ready to move. Yeah, I dropped it in the channel. It hasn't hit a sell, but we are still waiting. All right. So for those that came in early, Mohammed Ali, Sophia Boniwe, and Okuchi, what assets do you want to look at? Let's look at them while we watch gold and BTC do their thing. Okay. Where are all the risk takers? Everybody is quiet. Only Okuchi entered this trade. I can't believe this. I really can't believe it. So Okuchi, if you are in this trade, you can take some partials here. You want GJ? Okay, Mohammed, we'll do that for you. So you can take some partials here and wait. If it happens to come back to sweep liquidity, I see this going up all the way to probably a new high. Okay, so we're watching closely. Now, he said GJ Molef Mol Mofi is in the trade. Great job, great job. Zone 4260 and has taken up over 100 pips right now. But like I said, if it comes back here, don't panic. Stand your ground, guys. If it comes back here, don't panic. Stand your ground. Okay. Stand your ground because it could just be sweeping liquidity to enter here. Okay. And that is the 4250, 4250, 4251. All right. Hamza, how are you? Happy married life. I owe you one. I owe you one. Mofi, let's do your GJ. Let's see what's going on with GJ. Smash the like button, guys. Support my ministry. Sorry. Yeah, we caught one move on GJ last week. Well, I've not. Ooh, look at that push. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. Oh man, this thing hit us out and took off. So we caught that move. All right. Okay. Yeah, we caught that move last week. We caught that move last week. We're going to do everything from the top. Okay. Let's do it from the top. I like to, for those that are new here, you're welcome to my channel. I like to do top-down analysis from the monthly. Okay. Mohammed, are you with me? So on the monthly, I clearly see a downtrend going on with GJ. Okay, there's a clear downtrend going on with GJ. And we need to mark our last low. We need to mark our last low. There you go. And the last high was here. So the last high was here. The last low was here. So this is the range we are trading with, yeah? And of course, we are trying to sell. This is the monthly time frame, remember. I like to start from a monthly time frame. And we like to sell. And yes, currently on a sell zone, but there's a possibility she's still coming up here. So you have to wait for confirmation before you take the sell. You have to wait for confirmation before you take the sell. So there's a zone here and there's a zone here. Once you mark your zones, you're not confused as to what is going on. So let's look at the weekly. Okay, let's confirm to see if the sell has really started. No, the sell has not started. In fact, it is acting all bullish starting from that zone. Okay, the sell has not started. I'm about to delete that. So it looks like we're still bullish on the weekly time frame. Okay, this is the weekly time frame. And if we are to use our trend line, we can clearly see that move. Okay, on the trend line. So yeah, so she's going up. Higher highs and higher lows are being formed. Let's look at the daily. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Now we expect this high to be taken out. Well, we're still watching out for it. We're still watching out. We expect this high to be taken out, but we're still watching out for it. So look at that. We're clearly seeing a break of structure here. That was the last break of structure for this bullish trend. And I like to use my fib a lot. And look at that. So the market came down into, you see, these are the zones I love to trade with. It's simple. I love to trade with these zones. So this is the 5061. Usually, once I see a gap at the 5061 that the market is coming to fill, I see that as liquidity. No cap. I always see it as liquidity. So there's a possibility, and there's a big gap here. There's a big gap here. If you can see, there's a big gap here. All right. So we have to be very, very careful. But however, it came into this zone. Now let's see if the buys have really started from there. I would like to see the 8-hour time frame. Looking good, looking very good on this zone. 8 hours. Let's see the 4. All right. All right. So on the 4 hour, this hasn't really broken structure. More like it came to, there's something right here that stops the market from moving. Okay. You can see relatively equal highs there. All right. You can see relatively equal highs there. Can everybody still hear me? I want to be sure. So you can see relatively equal highs there. All right. Now we want to see if she's going to continue to buy from there. We are watching. Let's see the 2 hour. Same thing, same story. Yeah. So even if you're in this buy right now, you should be getting ready to take your your profits here. All right. Getting ready to take your profits here. Now I want to see something. Remember, yes, we are still bullish, but there is a gap here that the market could decide it will want to come and fill. All right. Remember, like I said, we always look for liquidity. This is looking like a very nice liquidity formed here. All right. So the question is she going to keep going up? Or is she going to come to a nice zone? Okay, clear this liquidity, come to a very nice zone, probably around this QM zone right here. All right. This will stand as liquidity where we have these equal highs. Is she going to do this before taking off? All right. Good. So we see, okay, Mohammed, you can still see my screen. Beautiful. So we see a very possible move like that happening. But right now, let's concentrate on taking the buys, at least to this zone. Let's see the 1 hour. It's already moved, giving us a new high. We are looking at this trend. We're focused on this trend here, okay, in case you're lost. So this has just given us a new high. Let's see the 15 minutes. How is our gold doing? Okay. She's still chilled. She's still chilled. We are still good. All right. Okay. That was the last move to the upside. Gave us nice moves up there. If we're focusing on this as well, you can see it's a bullish trend. Okay. But so far, so good. The next move will be to drop at least to this zone to continue. So let's look at what is really going on. It's so scattered. The structure here is so scattered. But this is the move. Yes. Yep. That was a nice entry here. Okay. Now she's giving us a new high from this zone. I want to see a possible sell from that zone into the next buy zone. Okay. That's what I want to see. I want to see a possible sell into the next buy zone. And where are they? Buy zones are here and here. Okay. Those are the buy zones. We have here and here. Okay, since this was the low that gave us that was the low that gave us the last high. I want to see the market come in here and hit that, or come down here. This looks really good. This zone looks really good. Why? Because I see liquidity here. Let's mark this out. Because structure here. Okay. Have to be very sure. So on the 1 hour, do you see that there's a lot of liquidity formed on the 6150? All these spikes here look very much like liquidity. So this thing could just come all the way here. I'm telling you. You see, that's why it's good to stick to the high time frames. Very good we stuck to the high time frames. You'll be seeing a lot of structure. So I see here too. See here. Yeah, this is nice. This is actually really nice. Liquidity formed. So we started seeing higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, so the liquidity could be from here. Sweep here. All right, this looks better. I like this view on the 1 hour. The other ones were giving us possibilities, but I'm telling you, I prefer to stick to this one. So sell all the way, sweep that liquidity, come into this POI and move up. Let me see how it looks on the 2 hour. Let me see, there's something distinctive here that we can hold on to. Okay. Yeah, I like that zone. So yeah, so I'm seeing a bit of a sell coming in with GJ. I'm seeing a bit of a sell coming in with GJ to continue this buy. But so far, so good. I would wait. All right. I would wait for the market to come into here. Set a small SL right above this low, below this low here. All right. And I'll take my profit right here because it's creating liquidity. It could decide it wants to still stay on there. Or it could push it down into this fair value gap we have here, right there. So we just trade what we see for now. And what we are seeing is that she's being bullish from here, from this entry here. Okay, so we're just going to wait for a pullback, then take our profits here. Why? Because they could likely be, since that has become a resistance, it could push this into, to fill this gap right here, this big gap, and take off. So there are so many possibilities with GJ before the next takeoff. There are so many possibilities with GJ. All right. It could decide it wants to go to this zone, pull back, and I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. So for now, join the buys because it's buying from this zone. Clearly buying from this zone. So join the buys. How are you going to get it? Wait for a pullback. Wait for sweep of liquidity. Wait for a pullback and then get in there. So this is what I'm seeing. Possible pullback. Okay, her coming in. I'm not going to tell you to take a sell. I'd rather wait for the buy to cook. So this is what I would do, taking this trade. A buy limit around this zone, this area here. Yeah. See 24 hour. I'm looking, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Let me just get the 50% of that. That would be perfect. That will be perfect. Yeah. So yeah. So you can even take between here and this 50%, and SA will just be right here. So buy limit is between 201.681, 201.681, and 201.681, and here is 201.510. Between 201, so 201.510. So between these zones, you can take a buy. Okay, I want to take a buy there. All right. Take a buy to continue the move. SL right below this week here. Give it some space. 201.255. SL 201.255. CP. Okay. How is our gold doing, guys? How is it doing? TP, I'm expecting it to come into this zone. So I'm looking at 203, 203.379. Let's see if we can even catch that sell down, but I'm not very good with counter trends. 203.379. All right. So I want to see the market, okay? I want to see the market demonstrate or act up the way it should. And I cannot just sell from here until I see a good setup. I cannot just sell from there until I see a good setup. So if I see a reason to go in for a sell to this zone we are waiting for a buy, that would be nice. But I'm not seeing any reason to sell from here into this zone. So I'd rather wait for the buy, okay? I'd rather wait for the buy. I'd rather wait for the buy right there. Let's see something. This looks good though, but I'd rather wait for the buy to sell from here into this zone. Okay, very, very possible. Nice one. But you're going to have to wait for extra confirmation. It just swept liquidity, hence the pullback. But he might decide he wants to come all the way here. That's why it's better to wait for the buy. Okay, wait for the buy. All right, so that was Mohammed Ali. Are you okay with that? Are you okay? Let's just catch the next move. All right, beautiful. So you see, you have to just follow the story. You have to follow the story. Second, guys. Gold is still holding up. Gold is still holding up. It's only GJ, Euro USD. That's for MoFi. All right, Euro USD. All right, gold is still holding up this zone. Not be smart, you know. Gold is still holding up, so we're still in the trade. Fine, we're still in the trade. So he wants to see EU. Let's look at EU. Oh, we were looking for buys. We couldn't get that sell. It hit our SL. We're now looking for buys, but I have not traded this in a while. I focused on gold. So let's look at it together. MoFi. So stay with me, MoFi. Stay with me. All right. Now, this is why I use FXCM. It gives me more data. And I can clearly see a higher high and higher low, higher high, higher low. And this is clearly an uptrend on the monthly time frame. Okay. And this is the last move. So coming down like this, that was the last high, the last low. So we're concentrating on what's happening here. And let's see something. Beautiful move from this zone here. Okay. Now, let's, because we know, but you cannot forget this. All right, this particular one going on here. Okay, so far so good. We want to see the markets come up to a good sell zone, all right, or respect this buy and break structure here. So for now, it's looking like an uptrend from here, all right, looking like an uptrend from here. Okay, euro odd. All right, Okuchi, I got you. Now let's look at the weekly. We're just following the story. We're following the story, okay? Now this is the weekly. We're concentrating on this side of the chart. Okay? Now what do we see? Break of structure here. Okay, that's what we see. Okay. Now, if we say we're staying on this weekly time frame, we know we want to see the market really actually come down into a discount zone, which it has not done. Okay, it hasn't pulled back at all. It hasn't pulled back at all. We're expecting this thing to come down to the 50, 60, or my zones, the 78, 88, which I prefer. That's my zone, the 70 Beningin zone, for those that know me. Okay, for those that know my way. All right. Now it's yet to pull back. It's yet to pull back. But we can clearly see this was a break of structure to the downside. So this is the high and the low. A lot of people will be looking at this as the high. No, that's not the high. This is the high and that's the low. Okay? So this could be taken out because that's not the high that provided. This is the high that started the move that broke structure. Not this one. This one is weak. This is the real one here. So this could even act as liquidity right here. Okay, this could act as liquidity right here before the major move here. Okay, very possible. All right, so I'm just going to be deleting that so that I don't confuse you guys. Okay, so right now we know that it is buying from here, but we know it has to pull back into good zones to continue to buy. Now let's look at the daily time frame. Let's actually see what's going on here. Now on the daily time frame, we can even clearly see higher highs and higher lows happening here. Although we know what we are waiting for, but that's fine. We see higher highs and higher lows going on here. Okay, higher highs and higher lows going on here. Now looking at this particular move here, this is the daily. Looking at this particular move here, I would want to see the market come into that area here. So looks like she's selling, but this is the daily time frame. Let's see how this looks. Oh, there's an IFVG for those that do ICT right there. I'm going to open it up so you can see. Okay, so we're seeing that. But remember, we are still waiting. This could be a zone. This thing could sell all the way to this zone. Remember, from high time frames. Right now, she's dropping into this zone. Okay. And this is that IFVG, which is inverse fair value gap, where there's a fair value gap on the inside and on the outside. You can see this place here. All right. Now let's look at it on the 8-hour. Let's really see what's going on here. So Euro USD has been selling like that because with every move you will see a trend on a smaller time frame. Okay, it's been selling. All right, it's been selling. Now, using what we see here, this was the last move. Let's come down. This was the last move, the last high and the last low here. Now the market actually tapped into this zone, but is this zone delivering? Let's come down to a smaller time frame and check that out. This is the 4-hour. I can't really see much. Let me see the 1 hour. Now, the 1 hour is showing us that, oh, this thing coming from here has given us a break of structure here. That's a change of character right there. All right. Or even higher. I would need a smaller time frame because I'm not enjoying this break of structure I'm seeing here. There's a break of structure here. Let's see a smaller time frame. Let's look at the 30 minutes. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I would want to join this sell for Euro USD. I want to join this sell for Euro USD until I see it come down to that zone where we have the inverse fair value gap. Okay. This one. Now, this is the 15 minutes. This is the 15 minutes. It's crazy what's going on here. That looks like beautiful consolidation right here. Okay, that's beautiful consolidation right there. Broke out of the consolidation, came in, tapped there, gave us a new high, a new low. In all honesty, I would love to see the market. I would love to see the market come back into this zone here. All right, to continue the sell. Let me see how it looks on the 5 minutes. 5 minutes looks nicer. Okay. This must be an Asian session because this is beautifully crafted. Oh my god. So that's it. For MoFi, I would love to see a shot from this zone. Okay. A shot holding up from this zone. Okay. Okay. Now I'm looking at this. This looks like, yeah, this is more like a break above, a break below. All right. So I want to see this thing continue because we know where we're going to. We want to see this market topple at least to sweep these equal lows here. Okay. Into the inverse fair value gap there. So yeah, the market is selling on EU, but the US dollar has been funny. We have to check the DXY to know what's really happening. DXY, what is really happening with the DXY? Okay, let's see the 1 hour again, the 30 minutes again. On the other hand, on this zone here, yay, looks so good. This is our buy zone. Okay, question. On the 1 hour, this thing could come to this zone here. On the 1 hour. So if this zone does not hold, zone will hold. So we have another short position from here. Yeah, I like that zone. There's another short. Let me just mark this out here and then that one. All right. So on the 1 hour, this is clearer to see. Yeah, that's clearer to see. Could take it from that zone. Yeah. So on the Euro USD, this zone could hold. It could come back and then continue up. But on the 30 minutes, this is actually preferable. Why? You see that liquidity here. We want to see it taken out. Okay. We want to see it taken out. So I want to see this happen. All right. Yeah, this is more like it for me. All right, so this is what I'm going to stick with. I want to see the market come back here and sell. I want to see it come back to this zone and sell. MoFi, I hope this is good enough for you. Okay. MoFi, I hope this is good enough for you. Now, this is the 30 minutes. I prefer this setup than all the gibberish going on here. So this is supposed to stand as a bullish zone, all right, to put the market up, all right. This is better. I like that move better. So I'll be waiting for it to pull up to this zone. But the US dollar is acting funny. So I want us to look at the DXY. We're going to look at the DXY. So let's see. Sell limit 1.16480. Okay. SL 1.16554. Okay. TP, this thing could, keep coming all the way down. Okay. First TP would be to take out this equal lows here, which is 1.1613. Okay, 1.16131. Yeah. So let's start with clearing this liquidity first. Clearing that liquidity first, which is, okay, this one, then this one. We have to wait for this one to pull up. 1.16. All right. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mo. Thank you. Okuchi said euro odd. So this will be the last one for the day. Let's just look at what gold is doing. Okay, remember what I told you about gold, yeah? That she could come back into this zone. Okay. So don't panic, guys. Don't panic. All right. She's doing what we expect her to do, because there's beautiful liquidity here to be taken out. All right. There's beautiful liquidity here to be taken out. But she could still continue without coming down here. So just have it at the back of your mind. Okay. Don't fret. Don't fret. We are still bullish on gold. We are still bullish on gold. We just need to see some, solve some little issues here and there. So and the war is still on. Yeah, the war is still on. Good and bad news. The war is still on. So good for those that are trading gold. Bad for the people that are experiencing the war. It's unfortunate. So yeah, so the market could come back down here, like I told you. Use this as liquidity, and then before it takes off. So stand your ground, don't shake. All right, don't shake. Now let's look at euro odd. Just look at what EU is doing. Nonsense. Euro odd. Let's go. Smash that like button, guys. Share the link. After Euro odd, please remind me to look at DXY. Let's see what's really happening. After what euro odd did decided to stay away from Euro odd. But it's so clear what you see is that the market is bearish from the monthly time frame. And that was your. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you guys still see my screen? All right, beautiful. All right. So we clearly see a change of character there. All right, sweep of liquidity to the top. So we are expecting the market to sell. All right, on the monthly. All right, beautiful sniper entry right there for the sell. Okay, beautiful sniper entry. Your midday forwarder says he can't see my screen. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen now? Sniper entry. So we know the sell started from that zone. We're going to come down to the weekly and really see if this baby agreed for the sell. Yes, she did, but came back into this zone. She couldn't give us a new low here. Let me show you. On the monthly, after giving us that sell, she couldn't break this low. We want to see her break in. Look at this. You have to always concentrate on okay. Instead, it came here and pushed up again. God, what's happening? What's happening? The network. All right. I think we're back. The network is slowing down on me. The network is slowing down on me, guys. All right. So she came back here. Now we're going to watch the sell from this zone. Okay. Question: has it started selling? We don't know. She didn't give us a new low. Internally, you see new lows that was given. I'm just following the return to look for the next sell zone. That's all. This is still, so that's a zone here and that's another zone here. So let's see what's going on in that zone there. Okay, then we can. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. Guys, the network is not trying to be nice. All right. All right, let's keep going. Okay. So on the weekly, we clearly see that, instead she started forming a nice bullish trend to this side. We'll continue with the bullish trend. Why? Because we've not seen any reason to sell yet. So on the weekly, it's still a buy. On the daily, it's still a buy because I'm looking at this here. All right. Still a buy. Okay. Now from here, she's been unable to give us the new high yet, but we're going to follow what we see here. We're going to follow what we see here. Okay. So that was a nice buy, starting with this move. That was a fantastic entry. Beautiful entry right there. Entered nicely. That was the fair value gap that gave us that move. Yeah. So from there, she started moving up. Okay. We're following the story. Always follow the story. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. Don't ever be in a hurry. That was the last break of structure. Okay. That was the last break of structure. Now I'm just going to follow it through. Higher, low, high, low, high, low. Okay, because this cannot be the lowest. You can see the lowest right there. Before it gave us that high, and what did it do? Broke structure. All right, it broke structure right there. All right, so I'm watching, and the funny part is After it gave us that high and looked very much like it broke structure here. Yeah, it came to form equal, um came to form equal highs here. All right, so it came to form equal highs here. Yeah, it's just the equal high to this one. So we saw a change of character here. All right, change of character, and we expected this thing. So look at what it did here and came up the way up here. Now let's look at what's happening on the 4 hour. Let's see if the sell has really started. Oh, looks beautiful. Looks really beautiful. Now that's the 4 hour telling us that the market, ooh, only 3 people. The network has pissed everyone off. So we're seeing that not good enough. That's a break of structure right there. Okay. That's the break of structure right there. All right. And then if we pull the fib, that was the place that broke structure. We want to see the market come into this zone here, at least. Now, is it selling nicely? Let's see. Is it selling? Looks like it's selling from here. So let's see the 1 hour, the 2 hour. Let's see. All right. Now we know this thing hasn't pulled back. It hasn't pulled back yet the way we want. That was the break of structure. Okay, that was the break of structure. So we expected it to pull back to the 5160 or to this zone. It did not. So I'm just going to mark this. Yeah, it came to the 50. It came to the 50. It came to the 50. So let's see. We're just following the structure, guys. Just follow the structure. Stay with me. Don't be lost. Don't be lost. Do not be lost. I I hold you to ransom. Don't be lost. All right. So we see there's a zone here that she's acting upon. But remember, this euro odd is not for children, by the way. It's not for children, please. Just stay away from it if you know that you cannot follow the Jaguar structure. All right. So now we are seeing lower lows and lower highs into this zone here. This is the 30 minutes. That's a short change of character here. That was the last move into this zone. That sell already started from here. But question, is she going to sell into the next zone or is she taking off? So we have two possibilities. It's either she continues the sell, all right, into the next zone, or she breaks that high, this high here. So there are two possibilities. We just have to. Beautiful. Okay, someone said gold. Gold got into that zone. That's where I want to enter another beautiful. Gold got into that zone. Ooh, ish. I wasn't told on time. That's where I'm going in for my next entry, and I'm going to watch to see this do what we need it to do. Okay. All right, gold is doing the best, the most right now. So that's the real deal here at the 42.50. Thank you, Hamza. Thank you so much for bringing my attention to that. Okay, so let's pray this works now. Let's pray this works now. That's our last hope to catch gold. It's so crazy how. All right. So your SL just below here. Okay. Now let's see if gold will obey, or if she's going to do us the more you look, the less you see. So euro odd, we are not sure about euro odd. She could break above here to continue, or she continues down this way. Okay, so right now there is no decision I can take. If you want to continue the sell, you can come to a smaller time frame here to check if that sell is indeed ready. Okay, the sell isn't ready even on the 15 minutes, so you can't really sell. You can't sell. The buy could still be on. Yeah, you can't sell. This is the 5 minutes. No, you can't sell. You can't sell. It's still here. You can't sell. So euro odd, there's no decision on euro odd, guys. So yeah, if you entered for that gold down below, we are doing good. We are doing good. All right. We are doing good for gold. Hope everybody is in profit. For those that entered, I just got in. I got in quite late, though. I got in very late while I was teaching you guys. So let's call it a day. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. See you again next week. TikTok on Sundays and Mondays, YouTube here. Let's learn together, guys. There's nothing much to say than please try and keep going, and please be active on the academy channel or the Telegram channel. Some people have been insisting that I teach them, even if it's just not for newbies though, for intermediate traders. They want to brush up on their market structure and strategy and get an edge. So I did not want to do any teaching for the rest of the year. But if you're really interested in that, and every time the market changes, if you're really interested in that, can't wait to see you in class. And I'll be announcing. Bye, guys. Bye.